sexy, so good to me.
Okay, folks, once again, it's Sir Charles Carey. Welcome to the Tru-Mu podcast, where I talk about all things creative, innovative, mostly entertainment or music. But I found that the creativity finds its way through almost every aspect of life. So, with that being said, I will not delay the moment further. Part of the purpose of today is not just pop culture, but to talk, but to also, share some things that are going on with myself, with Soul City Collective, upcoming events, and we want to give some things away. So if you're here and you want to answer the questions, we're going to give you a 24 to 72-hour time frame to answer the question if I don't see it in real time, and we will honor your answer if you get it right. And with that being said, let's start. But let's start with the pop culture first. There's a lot of things going on. This is Black Music Month. The month of June is Black Music Month. So whatever you like in the music as it relates to Black artists, songwriters, this is the month that we really celebrate those songwriters, producers, and artists. I think the songs are probably more, how would I say it, more popularly celebrated than the songwriters. People don't care about the songwriters. They just care about hearing a song that they like. And that's normally how it goes. So with that being said, who is your favorite? In fact, that gives me the idea for one of our trivia questions, because like I said, we're going to give away some things. So without me giving it away, I'm writing this down to note as a giveaway question. So I'm going to ask you after we start with some of the general niceties, right? So who are some of your favorite Black artists? I'm really curious. I'd like to know. Who is it that you like, whether it's a female singer, a male singer, a group, a band? Is it R&B? Is it jazz? Is it blues? Is it soul? Hey, is it opera? We've got some Black artists that do opera and have done opera. Now, it's not my first area of choice, and it's not something that I closely follow, but I guess you could say, somewhat familiar. But I'm curious, who are some of your favorite Black artists or Black songs? I'd like to know that. So with that being said, I'm going to jump around a little bit, and then I'm going to jump back to some really big news that does impact Black music. But what about those Knicks? I should have worn my New York Knicks hat, right? Man, I tell you, over the years, I have been so elated following the Knicks, and I've been so upset at how close they've gotten, time and time again, only to drop the ball. And this goes back to my childhood. In fact, I actually stopped watching them sort of faithfully because it seemed like it was so upsetting. There was such an emotional attachment, and there still is. But for some reason or another, when I found that they were on a good run, I started watching more closely than I had in many years. So, I've enjoyed their run, and I just found it just unbelievable that they were doing the things they've done. And the championship, it's really like a Cinderella story. I'm a Knicks fan, always will be a Knicks fan, win, lose, or draw. But this year, I really kind of got into it during the finals. And man, once a Knickerbocker, always a Knickerbocker, if you know what I know. Because I was there for all the championships. Yeah, I'm dating myself, but I ain't scared and I ain't shame. It's all good. I remember 1970, I remember 73, and now I can say 2026, so it's all good. Knicks in 5, you know what I mean? That's how we do. But moving along back to the creative side of the Tru-Mu podcast for the day, Clive Davis passed away yesterday. And for those of you that don't know Clive, I can't give you an entire rundown of his music history, but he was a leader with Sony Music for quite a few years. and he was behind the force behind J Records as well as Arista for a period of time. I believe after leaving Sony, he went to Arista, and I think J Records was his last independent venture, leaving Sony, doing some really big things. And he was a force to be reckoned with. And as a rule, he was a lawyer. He wasn't a musician, he wasn't a producer or a songwriter. But I believe he learned the business in such a fashion that, it was almost like the Knicks championship, right? He sort of stumbled onto something or got into something and really got good at it. He got good with his ear. He could tell when something was good. I believe I remember them talking about him in an interview with Kenny G when instrumental music was not very popular. And Kenny G said that Clive sort of thought that there was something to Kenny G's playing. And he pulled strings or did whatever he had to do. And the next thing you know, you get to hear Kenny G all over the place. And he's had several hits, several collaborations that were hits. But not only was he responsible for the success of Kenny G, but he was also responsible for the success of Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, which was a really big one because a lot of people talked about her ups and downs in the industry and the things that Clive did to try to help her revive her career and her respect as well as notoriety. But 94 years old. So Clive is no longer with us. And like everything, there's always a bad side, which I'm not going to get into that because those are allegations that I can either confirm or deny. But there are a lot of names, big names associated with Clive Davis. So that's current news and current events on Clive Davis. So now more about, I guess, the indie artists. And when I say indie artists, I'm talking about myself now. There's some things going on the Eastern Shore, some places that I've recently started going in. Has some pretty favorable responses. And I'm, surprised and excited. And, what can I say? I just love doing what I do as it relates to being an artist and a performer, not to mention being a songwriting producer. Now, and just give you a rundown. Recently, I said that Soul City Collective has done a lot of engagements. We've done some fundraisers and weddings and things like that. And I posted it, but I know that everybody does not see it. Everyone does not know, and probably a lot of people probably don't care, but we have been busy and we got some things coming up as well. I work with them religiously on some things, and we're going to be promoting this new event called Fresh Release, Best Release. And just to tell you a little bit about it, it's because I had the opportunity of, again, producing another album, and it's called Sucker for Love. See if I can share that with you. Let's see, where is it? Sucker for Love. There you go. So this is my current album. I've had a number of albums, and this one I've got collaborations with DC's own Smoke D. I've got remixes done by Wu. He's from Midnight Studios in the DMV. Let's see, what is this called? Midnight Studios. But Wu's a hell of an engineer and remixer. And then I work with super producer from the DMV, Get Richard, on a song called When I Found Out and a song titled You and Me. So I'm really excited about that because a lot of work has gone into those songs and they seem to be really well liked. And if you're not familiar, I'll give you a little quick sample.
Starred by the look, you had my heart. Starred by the look, you had my heart.
So that's it. When I Found Out, that's just a little snippet. But that song, When I Found Out, and You and Me are Very well liked, very well produced.
From the start, by the look, you had my heart.
So that's just one of the songs. But here's the deal: the album is called "Sucker for Love," and myself and Carl T. Smith will be performing at Stiletto's Dinner Theater, where you can see it live. Now, this is a live taping, live performance. You've got two artists, you've got two albums, you've got one band, and we are truly excited about what we're going to do. And the guest band that will be performing will be Soul City Collective. And if you know, like I know, they don't play around. These guys are tight, these guys are good, and they're going to give you the business. But Soul City Collective has, like I said, have been doing their thing for quite some time, and I've been working with them for a while, and I'm excited about their skills because they're good. They just like that. I don't think there's been any event that I can think of that we really came up short because these are seasoned musicians, and it's about that life. Like to say, we outside, well, we outside with it, yo. And that's what it's all about. But I'm excited. On July 26th, which is a Sunday, we will be performing the song. And well, not song, the album. We'll be introducing the albums. We will be performing live. It's a live studio album. We want you to be there. We want you to be in the house. Excuse me. We want you to be in the house so you can say that you were there, you saw it, you were around when it was introduced. Carl's album is called Love Light. Let me see if I can find a flyer to share with you. Love Light is one of his, well, that's the title of his album, but he's got several good songs on this album that some have been remastered, remixed, and he's a very, very good singer, songwriting, producer in his own right, currently playing with a band called Leon and the Peoples. And if you know anything about the creative arts, Leon and the Peoples, let me see, what can I tell you? How many of you have seen the 5 Heartbeats? Oh, I got somebody online. Let me see what their comment is. Leon was in the 5 Heartbeats. He was one of the big names. I think he played David Ruffin. Okay. He played David Ruffin. Thank you so much. How you doing? And okay, I appreciate that very much. From India. Okay, okay. Good to hear you. If you're on this side of the globe, hopefully you can participate in some of our activities. But if not, we appreciate you just the same. But Leon is from the 5 Heartbeats and many other movies. I think he was in a movie with Wesley Snipes. I kind of get him mixed up with the other actor because they really do look like brothers. But Leon and the People has a band and they play like a reggae soul funk thing. Well, Carl plays keys for them. And Carl will be performing at this event with us on July 26th, 48 at Stiletto's Dinner Theater. See if I can again find that image so that you can see what I'm talking about as it relates to what Carl does. He's been in the game for a long time. In fact, he was the, well, he was a road manager or one of the road employees. I forget exactly what he did, but I always say road manager. He can correct me if I'm wrong. For New Edition back in the day, and you know, Carl's good at what he does. So let's see if we can pull up that image so you can see what Carl's album is. We'll remove that and bring this one up. There you go, Love Light. You see Carl T. Smith to my left. I imagine that's your left as well. And my album's on the right-hand side, Sucker for Love. And that's where it's going to take place at Stiletto's Dinner Theater, 7909 6th Central Avenue, Capitol Heights, Maryland, from 4 to 8. And as I previously said, the special performance will be by Soul City Collective. I love what they do, and I think you will love it too. They've been around from, gosh, it's been about a year as a unit, and really just getting it in, doing what they do. And we want you to come there, so we want to kind of get you in. We are offering a $10 discount for this live performance. There's going to be merch there. Again, the live performance, live taping, meet and greet. The code is, let me see if I can put the code in here, is fresh. Let's see, hopefully that goes out. Yep, there you go. Fresh is the code to get that $10 discount. You see the link, the Eventbrite link is right there on the screen. So by all means, post that. Let's see if I can actually get the link. I can post that as well, possibly, if I can just pull it up. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can pull it up from here. So let's see. Can we click here and, yep, I'm going to post that. Just bear with me a moment. Link is copied. And come on back to you guys and put it in the feed. And then we'll get to the trivia so that we can get a couple of you guys and at no charge to yourself. But still, see, the point is about giving. And if we can get you in to the event, whether you get it in for a discount or you get one of the trivia questions right, we're trying to do our part to play fair, have fun, and keep you actively engaged. So that's what it's all about. So let's start with maybe the trivia. I'll do one trivia question, then I'll come back, talk a little bit, see who responds, and then I will do another trivia question. One of the trivia questions is, because I have two, what is my favorite group or band, B-A-N-D? What is my favorite group or band that's been recording music in the industry on the big stage? Now, if you can answer that question, I will make sure that you get 2 tickets for this upcoming event. My voice is cracking. At no expense to yourself. But you got to respond accurately. And if you've listened to me in the past, you probably already know. If you haven't, it's okay. Today you get to learn something about me. Well, I don't know if I could share it, because if I share it and someone responds, then they get the answer for free. Well, I'll let everyone know in a upcoming episode if they get the answer correctly. Yeah, that's refreshing. So again, the question is, what is my favorite group or band? If you can tell me what my group or favorite band, I can give you 2 tickets for the upcoming event, fresh release, best release. And in fact, I think I'm going to be doing this maybe up until June 30th, some free giveaways. Because again, this is going to be a one in a lifetime event. This event may eventually turn into a live recording, and I would love for you to say that I was there when they recorded that live album. It's going to be nice. I'm telling you. What can I say? Free merch, meet and greet. You get a chance to meet myself, do some selfies with me, do some selfies with Carl T. Smith, maybe even do some selfies with Soul City Collective. Enjoy the music. Nothing like being at a concert when you can really get it in and be a part of it in an intimate setting. So let me see. I got some comments. Let me see what the comments are. Okay, so fresh, that's the code. When you go to Eventbrite, and it's only good until June 30th. So you only got a couple of days left. Use that code to take advantage of the $10 discount. And here, that's the actual Eventbrite link. But you don't have to just look for it here. You can go to Eventbrite and look for fresh release, best release, or look for Sir Charles Carey, and you'll find my upcoming event, which is this one, fresh release, best release, and apply the code FRESH, and you can take advantage of that $10 off until June 30th. Let me see, what's this other comment? Can I get banned? Trevor Norris, I'm not really sure what you mean, Trevor. Can I get banned? Depends on your activity and where you're going to do whatever you're going to do. I don't know if you're going to get banned from anything we're doing, because we're not in close proximity to each other. Right now, you're fine. Your comments are fine. But feel free to, again, take advantage of this opportunity to check out this event we're doing. And Charles Carey's favorite group or band. What is my favorite group or band? So if you can put it in the feed, if you're here on YouTube or if you're here on Facebook, or you can simply DM me. And again, we're giving you 24 to 72 hours to respond because I don't know who's going to respond first. And you get 2 tickets for the upcoming show I'm talking about, July 26th, that we are so excited about it. Where's the flyer? Yeah, it's a little bit of a, it's not the best in the world, but give you that Soul City Collective view. You get an album, a picture of the album, and some of my credentials. You know, for those of you that are in the DMV, you may see this around town, but yeah. And again, it's at Stilettos Dinner Theater, which is 7909 Central Avenue, Capitol Heights, Maryland. Let's see, from 4 to 8 p.m. And you're going to enjoy it. I know you're going to enjoy it because we love to cut up, do our best, and share our craft. That's how it goes. So let me get to the next question because we aren't going to be in here all day and all night. In fact, I don't know what the smooth one is on, but I need to try to connect with him to get him on here with me sometimes. So, and that's the album again from my current release, Sucker for Love. And again, I've got collaborations and remixes, and man, it was just a great opportunity to work on this project. So, you know. So now, what's the second question? Where are the questions at? Okay. This should be a really easy one, guys. I mean, really flipping easy. All right, here goes. And it's a little tricky too. I'll just admit it's a little tricky. How many albums, how many independent albums have I released? Now, if you can get this one, you are observant and you are sharp. How many independent albums has Sir Charles Carey released? Get the answer to that. And you can also get 2 free tickets to the upcoming event. And I will send you the code for that, for answering that question accurately. And you'll be able to get to go ahead to come on into the show on July 26th. So, you know, we're not playing. We're trying to keep it real. We're going to keep it a buck with you. And if you have any comments now, you know, please feel free to post your comments. I like to get your feedback. We're able to engage. You know, right now I don't have a producer, so I'm producing the entire show. Like to talk to you about whatever may be on your mind, whether it's this stuff, something else about music, something about creativity, something about what we talked about in the beginning in regards to Clive Davis and passing away, something about Black Music Month. I don't know. In fact, who is your favorite Black music artist or songwriter or producer? Who do you like? Who do you really lend your ear to? Who has really meant something to you over the years? I'm curious who that could be. But what we're going to do is close out the Tru-Mu show. We're going to close this show down in a couple of minutes. And I guess I'll have to make my day-to-day posts. I must maybe make the reference Tru-Mu so that when I ask a question, if you're watching, you can answer the question according to the day-to-day post, because the Tru-Mu podcast is normally broadcast on Tuesdays. And obviously, day-to-day is literally just that. It could be any day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, throughout the rest of the week. And I really do want to get you in the house, whether you take advantage of the discount, whether you want to pay the full price, or you want to answer a trivia question so that you can get in as an accommodation or an accompaniment, courtesy of us. I think that's important. So let's see, I got another minute and then we're going to shut it down. And as I said, if you can answer either of the two questions that I asked today, that would be great. And I will look for your answer within the next 24 to 72 hours, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Facebook, or you DM me any other kind of way if we're connected, because I don't know who's seeing this. If you can answer the questions, and here are the questions. Number one question: who is Sir Charles' favorite artist or band? Get that correct, and I will give you the code to come to the show absolutely free. The second question is, how many independent albums has Sir Charles Carey put out? Now get that answer question, and the same rules apply. You will get the code to get into the event on July 26th, absolutely free, 2 tickets and no strings, But again, what we're going to do on that day, we got 2 artists, myself, Carl T. Smith. We have 2 new albums. We got 1 band, which is Soul City Collective. They are the featured band. And we're going to do a meet and greet. We're going to do live performance. It's going to be a live studio audience. We want you to be a part of that audience. It's almost like a versus, but Carl said don't call it a versus. But New York and DC, I won't say versus DC, but a New York artist and a DC artist going head to head on the independent set. But we've both been out there for a long time. And we want you to like both of us, honestly. But you like who you like. It's up to you. But we want to get you into this event for free if you can answer those 2 questions. And before I click off, I'm just going to say it once more. What is Sir Charles' favorite group or band? Question 2, how many independent albums has Sir Charles Carey posted? And if you have any questions, jump on in here real quick, because I'm getting ready to log off and ask your questions, because if not, I want to see who responds and who gets the right answer so we can do this giveaway. You know what I'm saying? This is my album, Sucker for Love. Of course, I'm excited about it. And this is Carl and my album, right? So you can see that. He's on the left-hand side. I'm on the right-hand side. That's the location of the event, Stilettos Dinner Theater, Capitol Heights, Maryland. So, just keeping it a buck. Come on in, have some fun with us, and let's make it happen. Let me see if there's any comments. If not, we are logging off for the day. I don't see any new comments, but I want to thank everyone else that did comment today. Who was it? Trevor Norris and Dharma. Oh, yeah, thanks, guys, for jumping on. And like I said, with that being said, we're going to roll out. And until next time, remember, you've always got to be part of the energy. Be part of the energy, folks. That's how we flow. Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu podcast, True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The Tru-Mu podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
I can see that thing that makes men stop, stand still, all in denial.